get this guy banned, give me all his subscribers. Exactly. Playing by my rules.
No, we're sitting here for 20 minutes.
No, it says 2 hours and 22 minutes.
Join the rebellion and board the Death Star as you take the fight to Emperor Palpatine. Jump in early and pilot an X-Wing or an Imperial TIE Fighter when you get ready for the event. British.
Yeah, but you sound American though. How do you say
You should go get some tea and crumpets, mate. Why would you get some tea and crumpets?
Yeah, maybe you should play NFL rip-off football, mate.
Or shut up.
Exactly, look at you. No one even watches the NFL anymore. Man, the most watched sport is football, bro. Bun NFL, man. That's poo-poo. Poo-poo doo-doo water. Anyways, yeah, I don't know what to play.
What'd you say?
Huh?
What did you just say?
Alright, so we're sitting here for 22 minutes, or 20 minutes now. Alright, we're sitting here for 22 minutes, or 20 minutes now. Alright, we're sitting here for 22 minutes, or 20 minutes now.
As they pulled up to
the haunted mansion.
haunted lighthouse, his friend told him that anyone who
Hey, I love that guy, Zach.
Yeah, Zach D. Films.
found no bodies,
What?
no
Zach D.
answers,
Film, yeah.
just gone forever. He warned his friend not to go, but curiosity got the better of him. He told him he would call from the top to prove he was okay. Phone in hand, he stepped through the door and disappeared up the stairs. The climb was long, but at the top, there was nothing, really. Just a quiet room and an ocean view. Not scary at all. He pulled out his phone, but there was no service. And that's when he noticed it. A small room off to the side. In it was an old rotary phone, still connected. He picked it up and called his friend, and let him know he was speaking from an old phone he found in this cool room.
As they pulled up to the haunted lighthouse, his friend told him that anyone who went up never came back down. No bodies, no answers. Room in this lighthouse, plank, holding his cell phone. A gust of wind came hard off the sea, all cut out.
As they pulled up to the haunted lighthouse,
his friend told him
across your fingers
an ice skate could slide across your fingers and slice them off if you slipped on the ring. And if your ring gets snagged on heavy machinery, it could easily rip your finger off of your hand. When you're in a rush,
and if you're holding a firework when it explodes, this has also been known to blow off fingers. She gave birth in her car outside of a gas station. It was blue. The umbilical cord was wrapped tightly around its neck. That's when a homeless man nearby saw what was happening and ran over to help. She had called 911 and followed the dispatcher's instructions exactly. With shaking hands, he unwrapped the cord from the baby to the hospital. The mother and baby were safe.
But when they came back to Lincoln, was nowhere to be found.
She gave birth in her car outside of a gas
station.
The baby wasn't crying. It was your body is placed vertically into a deep, narrow hole. Are dropped into a container of strong alcohol, trapping them inside. They drown in the liquid, and as they die, their venom and other chemicals are released into the bottle. Over the next few years, the venom breaks down, mixing with the alcohol and giving it a bitter bitter flavor. The alcohol preserves the wasps' bodies, which are left in the bottom of the bottle, but the venom left inside can still cause your throat to swell, making you choke. Live wasps are dropped into a container. When a snake bites you, venom squeezes through the snake's fangs and into your body. Now, depending on the snake, this could immediately start to cause nerve damage, paralysis, and sometimes even...
Wait.
Antibodies.
I'm trying to remember your name. Hold on. I'm trying to remember it.
You might get copyright strike by Zach D. Films.
Huh? Anyways, that's what I was saying. Do you have a VR?
No.
No? Okay.
But if you get an IV of antivenom, the serum contains antibodies that target and bind to the poisonous toxins in the venom. This binding neutralizes the venom's toxic effects and could save your life. They light the bundle of smoking leaves and place it directly on their heads. Thick smoke rises, clouding the air as they walk through the trees. Now, this smoke confuses the insects, forcing them out of hiding. Then the hunters snatch the bugs up with their bare hands. Each insect is quickly tossed onto the smoldering fire bundle on their heads. Then the roasted bug is taken out and eaten. They light the bundle of smoking leaves and place it directly on their heads. If a volcano erupted, you'd probably try to outrun the lava flow, but it can move up to 20 miles per hour, cause severe burns from a distance. You would need to be at least 1,000 feet ahead of the eruption to avoid the harm. If a volcano erupted, you'd probably try to outrun the lava flow, but it can move up to 20. He was shot in the face, but the bullet hit his bone, knocking his eye out before lodging into his brain. And somehow he survived and snuck away from enemy lines. His other eye swelled shut, and he had to hold it open just to see. At the hospital, doctors refused to operate since they knew he'd die anyway. But miraculously, the soldier recovered with the bullets still in his brain. And over the next 30 years, small pieces of metal fell out of the wound, leaving him with a bullet-shaped hole in his forehead. Place a trail of bait leading to the door, with the last piece at the far end of the trap. He told the babysitter that there was a monster under his bed. She assumed he was just imagining things. So to make him feel better, she kneeled down to look. But instead of just dust and toys, she saw a grown man laying in the dark, staring at her. He leapt out as soon as she saw him, throwing her to the ground and sprinting out of the house. He ran as fast as he could, but it wasn't long before he was caught and sent to jail. He told the babysitter that there was a monster under his bed. She assumed he was just imagining things. So to make him feel better, she kneeled down to look. But instead of just dust and toys, she saw a grown man laying in the dark, staring at her. He leapt out as soon as she saw him, throwing her to the... If you jumped off a skyscraper holding an umbrella, most people think it would slow your fall. But the force of the wind would turn the umbrella inside out, leaving you holding a stick before you crashed and died. To survive, you would need an umbrella the size of a parachute, about 25 feet wide, which might create enough air resistance for a safe landing. Even so, the wind could yank it away, leaving you empty-handed. If you jumped off he robbed a couple at knife point, but security guards saw and immediately chased him. Panicked, he sprinted toward a nearby zoo, hoping to hide inside until it was safe. But in the darkness, he unknowingly climbed into the tiger enclosure. Inside were two fully grown tigers, startled by the man. Before he realized his mistake, they attacked, biting his neck and mauling him severely. When police arrived, the man was already dead and covered in bite marks. As the bamboo grows, it pushes through the ground and into the person's body. Now, this torture method is mentioned in some historical accounts, but there is limited concrete evidence of its use.
Okay, and...
If a dentist drops the tooth, it can fall back into the empty socket. And this happens if there's a small opening in the thin bone that separates it from your sinus. The tooth can lodge deep into the tissue, making it hard to remove. This can block snot from coming out, trapping mucus and bacteria inside. To remove it, a dentist will cut open your gum and carefully pull out the embedded tooth. If a dentist drops the tooth, thin, flexible wires are pushed under the skin and threaded into the space next to the spine. Then, a small battery-powered device is implanted into the lower back, and the wires are attached. When the device is turned on, it sends electrical pulses into the electrodes at the end of the wire. And if you have back pain, the electricity interrupts the sick. He stumbled home drunk and fell into a giant pothole in the street. But when workers arrived, it was still dark, and they didn't see him lying there. They filled in the hole before flattening it with a steamroller. And the next morning, locals found an arm sticking out of the road. Terrified, they started digging and found the man buried alive and suffocated to death. He does that. When gas forms inside you, he shoved the pool ball. The victim would be trapped between. When gas forms inside you, your intestines push it toward the rectum, where your poop is stored. Since the gas is lighter than poop, it can pass through any available tiny spaces. The muscles in the rectum relax slightly to let the gas pass while keeping the poop in place. This movement allows farts to slip around your poop and exit your body. When gas, he shoved the pool.
Alright, that's enough of Zach T films. Now onto the high things.
The what?
Do you wanna play like a Only Up map or something?
There's 9 minutes until we can play it.
Yeah, but don't you see the 2 hours across the 9 minutes?
I know, but there's 9 minutes until we can play it, and I think it's gonna be something fun on it. We can see. If not, then we can play something.
Right.
How did you die in your past life? Try scanning your face.
Do you believe in past lives?
How did you die in your past life?
Can 100... Can 130,000 coins finally get me quantum ultimate and toilet tower defense? Welcome to Red. Can 130...
There goes my phone. My phone is dead. Yeah, sad life.
What?
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna play VR while I'm playing my while I'm listening. I mean, yeah.
Wait, what?
I'ma play VR while waiting for the update. I'm still gonna be on the headphone. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
As simple as that. You just put on your headset and then you put on your microphone speaker, then you can speak to your friends. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Alright,
Leave
cool.
party chat
Why?
because we can go in the game chat.
Alright.
Oh, will it turn off your stream?
No. Hello? Alright, you can still hear me, that's good, okay. I'm just playing some VR at the moment. Bang! I'm so dumb. It's literally on your channel name, obviously. Hold on, I'm gonna get off the microphone real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back in like 6 minutes.
Good stream. Tom Holland, me what the? I don't want to talk to you.